Let me put my little thing up real quick. Hi everybody! As you know, I'm just giving people a chance to join back since we just restarted the stream. I'll make it clear that we're back in the server as well. Like, I got it in me. There was Pope in my hand. I'll never be the same again. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Alright, everybody. Let's start it up. Whew. The rework of this looks so fucking good. Why do I feel like I just woke up from a horrible nightmare? 6:13, huh? I guess I was out cold for about 10 minutes. Huh. Slight turbulence indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. For your safety, we ask that you return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. I suppose turbulence is to be expected on a flight. Though, admittedly, I'm less than comfortable with anything resembling earthquakes. Okay. What's this? A travel wallet? But it's not mine. How did someone else's travel wallet end up in my pocket? My head. Why won't this headache go away? This is the same volume it usually is. I can't even change anything if I wanted to anyways. I'll take care of this travel wallet later, or hand it off to an attendant. Like, I'm louder than the game. I should be, at least. Ugh. From earthquake-like turbulence to an elevator. Am I really that quiet for anybody else, or is it just a dim? What am I doing hesitating like this? Just a dim? A dim? What's going on with your settings, bruh? Naturally, I know full well why I hesitate. It was when I was still but a young child. I was caught up in not him remembering his fucking father's death right now, oh my gosh. I was caught up in a murder that happened in an elevator. But how long am I gonna let my past haunt me? Well, I mean, it was your dad, so it's pretty valid. Adam's phone is rebelling. I'm saying, like, what? I mean, I could turn it down a little bit. Oops, I muted it by accident. I could turn it down a little bit, but genuinely speaking, it's at 30%. Well, my mic is at 35%. Like, my mic should be louder. It's just an elevator. I'm a grown man now. I need to behave like one. Oh, okay. Another baddie lost, bro. Fuck! Another fine-ass man killed. Good lord. What in the world happened? Is there something wrong, sir? I must ask that you please return to your seat. Sorry about that. He's dead! Please calm down. We mustn't jump to conclusions without all the facts. What's wrong? Did something happen? You murderer! No! You have it all wrong! It wasn't me! Have y'all ever had a friend that looked you in the eyes and told you they like to manipulate you? No, because I'd be dropping them people off quick as fuck. Everyone? I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have an important announcement. I'm one of your flight attendants today. Rhoda Tenero. Teniero? I don't know how to say that. Unfortunately, we just had a minor accident on this flight. Blah, blah, blah. An accident? Don't treat us like we're stupid! I caught a glimpse and it was a murder! What? Murder? What's going on with this flight? Everyone, please calm down. There's no reason to panic. I suppose I'll leave now. Don't miss Papa Adem too much now, ladies. Crickets. This flight will stay on course and make its scheduled landing. We're still currently in the middle of a rough patch of turbulence. So until we're out of this area of turbulence, I ask that you please remain seated. I'm telling Alfred you're up past your bedtime. My bedtime is before 6:45 p.m. Please, there's no need to feel threatened. We have already apprehended the culprit. Oh, they think it's us. Brother. I said, everyone, please remain calm. What the heck is he talking about? Why should we remain calm? My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecutor, and I assure you I am not the killer. Ha! Being a prosecutor doesn't make you incapable of murder, buddy. It makes it kind of harder, though. Like, it's significantly harder. Now you listen here. I'm not the killer. I simply found the body. Mind you, let anybody else say that. They're gonna be like, oh, so true. Free him. Let it be the actual killer being like, well, actually, I'm a prosecutor. They'd be like, so true, King. It could never be you. Get him out of those cuffs now. But whenever it's a character I'm playing, it's some stupid shit. So you say, however, I'm sure that you're the perpetrator of this crime. I swear on my honor as a professional flight attendant. Oh, is that right? I know what I saw. And there's even very strong, incriminating evidence to back me up. What kind of incriminating evidence is she talking about? We've already alerted the proper authorities at our destination. Until we land, you will remain in our custody by the powers vested in our captain. I'm very sorry, but please understand our situation. Your situation? I'm more concerned with mine, and the direction it's going in. I'm not about to just sit idly while I get accused of murder. Miss Teniero, is it? Yes. I was wondering if you might give me a chance. A chance? To do what? A chance to plead my case. A chance to ask what you meant by incriminating evidence just now. I know, Dada, as per usual. I won't miss you as Crazy Blue. To accuse a passenger of such a grave crime without allowing him to give a proper defense. Can the professional flight attendant inside you really call this action righteous? You have a point. Very well. I'll listen to what you have to say. Be wary of what you reveal. I'm afraid you'll only look even more suspicious if your explanation fails to satisfy. I also do not have the time to deal with you all day, so please make it quick. Of course. As you wish. Good. Very well then. Let's get started. I know for a fact that I didn't kill that man in the elevator. What I don't know is what sort of evidence she has up her sleeve. Me calling themselves Papa is crazy, lol. I'm fatherless. You know what? Yeah. Fair enough. But I'm certain it doesn't fit with how the crime really occurred. Mind you, we don't know shit right now. This is kind of crazy. We have 4 pieces of evidence, but we just got here. We should really study this, shouldn't we? We just got here. Holy shit. This would be so scary. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Are these supposed to be the times? Is this morning and this is like night? / morning? So like 12 a.m. And then this is 12 p.m. Reaching the items, meals, drinks, movie. Okay, keep that in mind. Body found at 6:15 a.m. Okay, 6:15 a.m. What's happening at 6:15? So the movie would have just ended, or no, the movie would have just started. The movie would have been happening during this. The drinks would have just ended. That's why they had drinks out like that, right? Or no, is this a.m. or is this a.m.? Because meals would have just ended otherwise. But I feel like this has to be a.m., right? Because they had drinks out. Whatever. I have to assume that the first 6 that you see is a.m. Picked up off the floor in front of the elevator. It isn't mine, so whose is it? We can't even look closely at it? Let's see this guy. Another baddie lost. Would you look at that? We can't deduce shit from this. Whatever. No, then we can't grab shit from that. Whatever. Look, he was a baddie. He looks like Waterboy. Somebody's ears just fucking perked the fuck up when I said that, by the way. Oh, it looks like Waterboy. It looks like Waterboy. I swear to tell the whole truth as a professional flight attendant. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Edgeworth, I am certain you are the killer. The scene I saw in front of the elevator. It was you standing there with fresh blood dripping off of the murder weapon. So if you would please cooperate, we'll turn you over just as soon as we land. Well, no, that wasn't blood. Wouldn't that have been the wine that we dropped it in, right? In what way? I don't see it. He got like the same facial features. What are we talking about? He looks like literally the anime version of him in the face. If he was drawn in an anime art style, if he was drawn in the Ace Attorney art style, he literally would look like this. Similar nose, the glasses, the eyes, like they look very similar. Hold on. I'm getting the picture pulled up too. They have the same style of nose too. Like, if they were turned sideways, it would be the same kind of nose. If you say so. I know so, first of all. I know so. I'm 100% on this. This isn't blood, though. That's wine. You can tell, too. There's, like, a purpley, pinkish kind of, like, hue to it. Versus, like, blood. Like, this is not Danganronpa, bro. I don't think you could ask for a more perfect witness testimony. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Not really. It's hardly perfect when there's a gaping hole in it. Oh. Yes, I definitely bodied a man with a wallet. Like, what?
Hold it!
You certainly seem sure of yourself. Yo, that bun is crazy, though. That's fire. Of course. A professional flight attendant couldn't afford to make mistakes after all. Perhaps. But you must admit there are a few who can look at a murder with a clear mind. There are a few who can look at a murder with a clear mind. We attendants all go through extensive training and are always calm and collected. Not true. You literally came here and you went, eek! Right? Like, let's get you in the salon. Let's get you in a barber shop or something. Come on, girl. That shit is fire. We even calmly serve you coffee, if you so wish, as the plane makes its splashdown. I fail to see how that would be the calm and rational thing to do in an emergency. Even until the bitter end, we are there to serve the passengers. And that is the duty of all professional flight attendants. You certainly are confident. Anyway, shall we return to your testimony? The scene I saw in front of the elevator. It was you standing there, with fresh blood dripping off the murder weapon. That wasn't blood. Let me press first before I actually, do that. The murder weapon dripping with blood? Really now? I swear that was the grisly scene I saw before me. Thank goodness it wasn't a passenger who saw, or there'd be a widespread panic by now. As I recall, you were quite panicked yourself at the time. She said, "Bitch, don't ever play on my name like that again in front of everybody." Excuse me? You were scared enough to misread the situation and accuse me of murder. Nonsense! Professional flight attendants cannot afford to be that flustered. I witnessed the murder scene and am now listening to your defense, all with a smile. She twitching too. Apparently you also lie with a smile on your face. Okay, awesome. So we should present this because we know that it's wine. It's not blood. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm not. Miss €10. Jesus. What is it? What is it with the yelling all of a sudden? Force of habit. Well, it doesn't matter. Miss €10. Iro? What do y'all think? €10? €10? It's one of them. I don't know, though. I've never seen that name in my life before. You say you saw the murder weapon dripping with blood. Is that correct? Yes. All that blood. Drip, drip, drip. €10? You think so? Just recalling that scene sends a chill down my spine. Sorry, but your so-called professional flight attendant training has failed you. What? I'd like you to direct your attention to this. Do you know what this is? It's a travel wallet, right? But it looks a little big and bulky. The thing you saw me holding when I discovered the dead body in the elevator was this very travel wallet, Miss Teniro. What? Impossible! Now then, do you still think I am the killer? That I killed him with a travel wallet? But I saw the blood dripping from the wallet. I know I did! As you can see, this wallet is clearly stained. But if you would be so kind as to take a whiff, I think you'd agree it's only grape juice. Then... That's right. You mistook grape juice for blood. The murder weapon dripping with blood does not, in fact, exist. No! There. That should clear up that pesky accusation. Wait just a sec. That is... I mean, even a wallet could be deadly if it was wrapped around something heavy. I demand that you show me what's inside. Please. She's trembling. And the tacked on please at the end. Sounds like I've got her. There's no need to look inside. Even you can tell from its appearance that it's light. No! I can't be sure of anything until I see the contents of that wallet for myself. She's a persistent one. I suppose we have no choice but to see what's inside. Miss Teniro, if you would be so kind as to open the wallet and check its contents for me. Why does she want us to be the killer so bad, bruh? Because she doesn't want to be wrong. Like, it's kind of crazy how some people really move like that they'd rather have innocent people, like, get fucked over than, you know, just be wrong. Like, that's so crazy to me. Alright. I usually don't pry into passengers' belongings, but we have no choice here. Okay, let's open it up. It seems this passport is all that's in there. As you saw, there's nothing but a passport inside. This renders your wallet was the murder weapon argument moot. Wouldn't you agree? They're about to be like, well, look at whose passenger it is. Like, look what passenger it is. Look whose passport this is. As if it's gonna, like, suddenly make the weapon, like, viable. Like, no. Please hear me out, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it now? Well, I was wondering, whose passport is it exactly? Mind you, I think he should have mentioned by now that he found it. Like, I feel like it's... Now we're gonna have to do more explaining. If they're like, well, look, it's the victims. Or some stupid shit like that. Can I take a look? Why not? I'm rather curious myself. This is... P. Hicks. Akabe? Borginia? Just as I thought. Just as I thought. This travel wallet belonged to Mr. Akby Hicks. Which makes it the victim's property. Okay. You stole the victim's wallet, didn't you? How dare you! You said it yourself. You claimed to be holding this wallet in your hands when I found you. Perhaps I did misconstrue the wallet for the murder weapon, but it seems that I wasn't wrong about who the culprit is. No, that doesn't mean that I'm the culprit, it just means I was holding his fucking wallet. Here we go again. As you claimed, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet. However, it is something you stole from Mr. Hicks after you were done with the vile deed. I find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks' money, weren't you? I mean, if that was the case, you would find his money on me, wouldn't you? So even though I didn't have the murder weapon on me, you still suspect me. I see. You stood up at the crime scene with the victim's wallet in your hands. How can I turn a blind eye and not suspect you of foul play? Like, no, we didn't steal it from him. You think I stole it? Yes. I'm very sorry to say it, and I wouldn't usually be so rude, but it must be said. No one with common sense in this universe. Like, I genuinely think, like, I don't think she believes that we did this. I think she just doesn't want to be wrong. That she's even blinding herself. They gotta be, right? Like, 'cause what? I never thought I'd see the day. But here I am, calling a passenger a thief! Maybe I should put on a serious face and say it more directly. I believe you removed the wallet from the victim's personage. Personage? It really doesn't matter how you phrase it. What I'd like to know is why you think I stole Mr. Hicks' wallet. Like, I'm a fucking... I'm a prosecutor. Top of my career. Top of my career. Like, I'm probably the best prosecutor in the world. And you talking about some... You needed to steal his money. He broke! Clearly, that shit is empty. The fuck? You think I was after his money? Where did you... Where did that cockamamie idea come from? True, you were also you were also a passenger in first class, but I thought something was off about you in those deeply etched lines on your forehead. I'm a prosecutor. I'm stressed. They're not lines. They're perfectly normal and a part of my natural face. I don't think I've ever met someone with such a terrible countenance on a flight before. You think she's gonna lose her job after this? I'm gonna make sure she loses her job after this. Damn! Because she also just admitted that she was profiling me. The fuck? And that's when it hit me. You have the face of someone with money trouble. She really is making a fool of herself, pursuing this line of logic. I should spare her and present the piece of evidence that contradicts her testimony. Let me just check what I have again. Oh no, I didn't mean to click that. I meant to make it bigger. Lord, I'm fucked. I'm about to take damage. I didn't mean to click T. I meant to click, like, to make it bigger. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. Oopsie, oopsie. Everybody say it with me. Oopsie. You have wrinkles. As if that's, like, a valid reason for me to, like, be a criminal. Like, okay. You have wrinkles, so clearly you have money problems. Okay. This badge's design is set to reflect the relentlessness and discipline of law enforcement. It comes from the authority vested in us as strict prosecutors of the law. And executioners of sentences, much like harsh winter frost and blazing summer days. To wear it is to identify oneself as a prosecutor, but I have no interest in doing so. This is what I wanted to see if there's anything. What is the thing that we're looking for? Am I missing something? Am I foolish? Let me look at the evidence again. I must question it once again. Technically, we didn't steal it, right? We didn't! Like, why would we do that? All the money is there, yes! Wait. So how could we have stolen the money? Why steal? Exactly, it's empty. I'm gonna present the crime scene because, like, bitch, the money is all there. Why the fuck? What are we talking about? I wonder if I might get a word in, Miss Tenehiro. What is it now? Miss Tenihiro. Okay, can I... Brother. Okay, what the fuck was that? I wonder if you noticed the contradiction within your own testimony. What are you talking about? It's simply impossible that the motive for this murder was monetary theft. One glance at the crime scene should have told you that. What about this scene would prove that the money for the murder was not the motive for the murder? Wouldn't it be the like stuff on the floor? Yeah, look at the bills on the fucking floor, dude. Like common sense. If I may direct your attention to the things strewn all over the floor. That's right. The floor is covered in bills and coinage. By your rationale, these were the very things the killer was after. Aha! I think we can assume that the wallet fell during the victim's struggle with his killer. And I would think that the killer would have noticed something like money scattering everywhere. Furthermore, as you can see, there was no effort made by the killer to gather the money. But the wallet... Ah, yes, the wallet. You will also recall that the only thing in it was Mr. Hicks' passport. They added the pause for effect. If you're really insisting that it was a crime based on greed, then you're claiming that it was all for an empty travel wallet. I... Forgive me! Please! Hey, what the heck? Are you saying the attendant's wrong? So that guy isn't the killer? Don't believe everyone. Don't believe it, everyone. It's a trick. That guy to the right looks fucking crazy. And you can tell he feeling his fit, bro. Look at the way he's standing, bro. He think he got that shit on. Like, whoa. Look like a Oompa Loompa. Yeah. Will you all please be quiet? Miss Tenihiro. Yes? You lost your cool when you saw the dead body. Plus the lounge was dark. And looking into the light from the elevator, it's easy to see how you mistook the wallet in my hand for the murder weapon. I take no offense that you thought I was the killer. Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you for releasing me. No, I would have been pressed. Like, girl, thanks for releasing me. You're not gonna have a job when the plane lands. Just letting you know. What you posted in live chat? Hold on. Hold on, let me go look. Let me go see. What the fuck? Yo, somebody translate that shit. Bro's eating good. Okay. Big ass law book. We got some reading to do. What is that now? Brother! The music? Why is she speaking in wingdings? Like, what is going on? Miss Tenihiro, if you could please translate, that'd be much obliged. It sounds like Borginian, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight who... I said he's giving the runabout. I don't require any interpreter. I speak English just as well. See? You, the attendant! Yes, sir. I want this person to be under the arrest until... I want this person to be under the arrest, okay, Starfire, until we arrive at the airport. Big ass just fucking standing because you got that big ass fucking pot sitting in your seat, bruh. Fit got even crazier as he moved. Everyone's like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, sir, but what exactly are you hoping for? What is it you want? I'm finished talking about I'm finished talking to the likes of you. Please, I would like to hear why you would like me to be held under arrest until we land. You! How dare you try to waste my time! You were the one who stuck your nose into my affairs. I wanted to spend even at least one more second with my precious art. I have no time for other things. I know what you are. Gay? Whoa. I see through you. Insolvent! Yes, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it in English. Well, I should hope I'm not monetarily bankrupt. But I don't think that's what you meant. I'm sorry, but I don't think I caught your name. I'm Zinc LeBlanc the third. The second, not the third. Oh my goodness. Dummy. I'm a very wealthy man in the Borginia. But I am not an ordinary rich man. I'm an art dealer, a rich seller of beauty. Mr. LeBlanc, what did you mean just now? Pardon? When you said that Mr. Edgeworth was giving me the runabout? I have to explain? Unbelievable. I will say it once and only once. I do not have even a second to waste. Time is money, as they say. Well, you're stuck on this fucking plane, so I don't know what to tell you. It's the same amount of time that you would have been spending anyways. Yes, and yet you continue to blather on. I saw it. Yes, I did. I saw the victim go into the elevator, going down to the lounge. It was exactly at 6 o'clock. And what's the significance of that time? At 6, he says. Wait, you saw him at 6? What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? He understands, I see. I have to go, but I'll watch the rest on your YouTube. Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate it. Bye. Miss Attendant, what time did you discover the body? Well, it was a little after the patch of turbulence, so I would say around 6:15. Ah! Hicks was his name, was it? Then I say that man Hicks was killed in the 15-minute time span. And the only person in that lounge at the time was this prosecutor, yes? Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time. Me too. I was watching the movie and enjoying a fine glass of grape juice. And clearly you still are. I was still eating. Haven't finished. See? Buddy, we know you're eating. We can see that big ass steak. The other passengers have an alibi, so you have no problem with them, I suppose? No complaint, I see. Not a single word against this, right? I have no way of discounting what you have put forth at this point, but it wasn't me. Oh? So you say. But do you have, what you say, the evidence? Mr. Edgeworth, are you really the culprit after all? Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you're quite certain in what you saw? Enough to give testimony? Of course! I was looking at that man the whole time! He was playing that annoying little, small machine the whole time. Machine? Yes. What do you people call it in English? Yes? That's what you people call it in English, yes? Oh. It was making me crazy with the click, click, click. From that description, it sounds like some sort of small computer. I believe what Mr. LeBlanc is talking about is a cell phone. I have to say that I did see him playing with it quite a bit myself. A simple cell phone? A laptop or organizer I can see, but that's kind of low budget. I hate that noisy little machine in his hand. Not a fragment of beauty. All it produces is ugly sounds. Anyway, I know what I saw. Miss Teniro. Yes? I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene. What? You want to examine the crime scene? If you would grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit. I don't like the sound of that. Fox in the duck pen. Yes, I think that's how you say it in English. It's Fox guarding the hen house. And I believe my innocence was proven earlier. And if I'm given the chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. Miss Teniro, if you wait until we arrive, there's a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then. I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say. Ha! This should not be approved. Mind your own business, bitch! My God! Please, Mr. LeBlanc. In an emergency, all decisions are to be made by the captain alone. Now please wait here while I go ask the captain what to do. I'll be right back. You're not planning to erase evidence when you are doing your investigation, yes? Of course not. Ha! We will see. Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene. What? Unbelievable! I am in your debt, Miss Teniro. However, there's one condition. I am to supervise you. Can you agree to that? Of course, I see no problem with that stipulation. It's only natural, as I am still a suspect in this case. Go sit down in your seat, bro. Sit in your seat, little bro. Get the fuck out of my face. I take full responsibility and will watch Mr. Edgeworth's every move. I hope this is reassurance enough that there will be no foul play. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you should need my help with anything, please feel free to use T to talk. It's time to head to the scene of the crime. The first floor lounge. This was Mr. Hicks' seat. I don't see the machine Mr. LeBlanc was talking about. Perhaps it's in the elevator? Maybe. We should probably head down to the crime scene now. It's my seat. Unfortunately, I didn't bring anything particularly useful for an investigation. It's not as if I'm constantly prepared for such a thing to occur. Oh, that's right. I was in the middle of recreating a chess game. Why would you bring that on a fucking plane? With turbulence. Like, okay, whatever. No common sense. Just an observation, but aren't there too many red knights around that lone blue pawn? Nonsense. It simply shows that the blue pawn is no match for the red knight's might. What's a lifesaver doing here? I bought it at the in-flight shop, just beyond the lounge. If something should happen, having one will save your life. I think this guy would have been better off not taking a plane to begin with. Don't get near me, you criminal! He said, don't get near me, you criminal. I'm not the killer, and I intend on proving that starting now. But that's contrary to the facts. He says, but that's contrary to the facts. I can understand his English just fine. Thank you very much. if I may have a word with you. This steak, so awesome! That's great to hear. However, I would like to ask you a few questions. I was here whole time, so wouldn't know. Eat or speak. Please pick one. I think he chose to eat. Yes, I can hear that. These people are fucking losers, bro. Hey, miss, how about another glass? Excuse me. I was wondering if you know anything about the murder. How about it? How about a glass together? Sorry, but I must decline. I wasn't talking to you! I was asking the cute attendant. I'm sorry, but I'm on the clock right now. But if you need a refill, I'd be happy to bring you another glass at any time. You got it, Toots. That's no way to talk to a lady. I mean, I know you're not talking. I ain't forget that you call that woman bimbo in your first frickin' prosecution case. Alright, I mean, there's broken glass over there. I want to thank you for your help back there, Miss Tenniero. It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. And just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you. Your standing with me hasn't changed one iota. I see. I will bear that in mind. I received an order from the captain earlier. He wanted you to know that we reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you are not making progress. And when we do, he asks that you please return to your seat at the time. So my time runs out at his and his crew's discretion, does it? I had to find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's testimony before time's up. Lad, is there gonna be like an actual timer? I understand. By the way, is there any place you can think of where the killer might be, where the killer might hide on a board? Hide on a board? On board? What the fuck? After every first-class passenger was accounted for at his or her seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. As for business and economy class, no one can move between those two classes and first class without a staff keycard. And we found no record of a keycard being used at all. Which means that I have a first-class killer on my hands. At least, I know that much for sure. Speaking of steak, I could definitely go for one right now, dude. Steak is so good. And no, I do not have the new Tamagotchi. Tomodachi, not Tamagotchi. Oh my god. Tomodachi Live. And one other thing. No one else has been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered either. Alright. Now then, let's get started. But where should we start from? Let's get started with Mr. LeBlanc's statements. The crime occurred between 6 a.m. and 6:15 a.m. During that interval, the only person in the lounge was myself, which would make me the prime suspect. However, since I did not kill Mr. Hicks, it means that the killer was around somewhere. If we are to believe what you say is true, then yes. The first order of business will be to gather information to win your trust. And what floors does this elevator service? Only the first and second, although it can also go down to the cargo hold. However, that requires a flight crew keycard. Blah, blah, blah. So the only floors accessible to passengers are the first and second, huh? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. What the hell is that? I wonder what is hanging off his lanyard. Something's missing from this picture. Now if I could just put my finger on it. Money strewn all over the floor of the elevator. I would guess it was all in Mr. Hicks' wallet at some point. What is this? Sinister looking figure on the floor here. Oh. Oh, that's a piggy bank of our company mascot, Captain Hugo. It's just one of the many pieces of merchandise we sell at our in-flight shop. This bank is a limited edition and is so popular that we're down to our last one. You have an in-flight shop? Yes. It's just beyond the lounge to the right. The shutter to the store is closed at the moment, but it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks' body was discovered. There's blood on here. Could this have been the murder weapon? I doubt anyone was expecting to find a dead body on an elevator on this flight. In an elevator on this flight. So Mr. Hicks. He's really dead? Yes. She's trembling, although I can't fault her for that when there's a corpse right there. Mr. Hicks, if you're really dead, then please answer yes. Okay, dumbass, whatever. I see she's over the trembling now, although a new symptom seems to have appeared. Anyway, I should focus on the victim's body. Let's see. There's blood on the back of Mr. Hicks' head. Could this be the cause of death? He appears to have been struck very hard. Even his glasses are broken. There's no grape juice residue on the soles of his shoes, making it highly unlikely that Mr. Hicks entered this elevator after the turbulence. I know, we looked at everything, I think. Ooh, hold on. There's something sticking out of his pocket. I hope he won't mind if I take a look at what's inside. I don't think he cares. It's a picture. It looks like it was taken inside a building somewhere. Look, you could see his phone. His phone is what's missing. Do you think? You think I can deduce, like, something with the picture? That his, like, thing is missing? His, like, phone is missing? This picture. It won't let us, like, actually click on anything, but maybe. Mr. Hicks' machine is nowhere to be found. His machine? His cell phone, Miss Teniro. Ah, so I guess because it's not there. Yes. I think we can safely deduce that the killer took it. Okay, let's call the number. Oops. There we go. There's some spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. I assumed it was spilled during the turbulence. Oh, we must clean that up, or something might get hurt. Or someone might get hurt. It's carpet, what are we talking about? Or actually, is it carpet? No. I guess people can slip on it then. Aha! What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? There's footprints. I've found some very important evidence. What is the important piece of evidence in this scene?
Take that!
What is it? They're a little smudged, but I think we can both agree that they're a set of footprints. So you think? Yes, these belong to our killer. Oh, then maybe we should check the shoe size of everyone in first class. I don't think that will be of any help to us. Well, I mean, yeah, it kind of would, like, eliminate some of the suspects. Unfortunately, the prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match. Well, I mean, you could guess the shoe size, roughly. Oh, I see. They went to the souvenir shop. The in-flight shop is just beyond these shutters. But we don't have permission to open them, so I'm afraid I must leave them closed. There must still be clues to be found here in this lounge. I must remain ever vigilant. Yeah, something was dragged out as well, clearly. Glasses and candle thrown into disarray by the turbulence. It's been a while since I've seen this big of a mess. Also, shouldn't airplanes, like, I feel like if you know that there's a chance of going into turbulence like this and you're gonna have all this loose shit hanging around, why not have it, like, either glued or, like, something to the table, right? Like, I'm not tripping. Like, magnets or something to keep them, like, together. Because this is bad. It's been a while since I've seen it this big of a mess. It's terribly embarrassing, but I thought it was an earthquake for a second. And I frantically started to search for gas valves to shut off. I guess the shaking of the plane was bad enough to be mistaken for a real earthquake. Not that I would know, since I was unconscious for most of it. Oh? This toppled over chair, yet another victim of the turbulence. Ah, no! Look at all the grape juice staining the back! You may not look it, but this chair was extremely valuable. It was? Yes. It was used when the Rocker Pals came to tour this plane. The Rocker Pals leader sat in this very chair. I'm sorry, but what are these Rocker Pals? I can't believe you've never heard of them. They're all the rage. The Rocker Pals are an extremely popular international band. They added the Pals part as they became more popular, especially among teens. Ah, that explains it. I'm not really one for the music of today. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe about them later. On second thought, I can already see how confusing the conversation would get. My phone was on vibrate. I had to make it silent because Jesus. This grand piano is the pride of this plane. It can play the music of whatever CD we insert into this CD drive. Wait. That was her. Whatever, I don't care. That's not a piano. It's more like an overgrown music box. But it's keys to press along with the music, as long as there really is someone playing it. Some people have entirely too much money to waste on overly complex toys. That looks like a regular-ass piano. What are we talking about? There are a few copies of Sky Magazine in the magazine rack. This month's special is an English trivia quiz. That's not a bad idea. I've heard that the youth of today don't know a particle from a participle. Blah, blah, blah. Now. Please don't go around confusing people with made-up words, Mr. Edgeworth. Who's ever heard of such a silly word as participle? Case in point. He's gonna be like the grumpiest old man to ever exist, bruh. I'm telling you right now. He's in his 20s acting like this. That's also kind of a complaint, like kind of like a critique I have for the Ace Attorney series. Like, they make it seem like 20s are like your fucking late 30s or something. to your 40s. Because why is he talking like he's like 40? Like you know, I don't keep up with the music of the youth today. Brother, what are we talking about? Like, you think he's like 40. These counter windows offer a glimpse into a glimpse of the sky. But these clouds, they tell me nothing. Mr. Edgeworth? You look like you're talking to the clouds. He got set on that path because of Von Karma. Yeah, but not just him, but also like sometimes with Phoenix too. They make Phoenix seem like he's like 50. When his age begins with 2, with the number 2. Like, I feel like they do a little too much. Is that so? Then tell me, what do you suppose I said to them? I don't know, but it looked like a rather one-sided conversation. The clouds, they tell me nothing. What or who is this? This is a bronze statue of the founder of Go Hughes Airlines, Mr. Hugo Hughes. "50-year-old writers writing 20-something-year-olds." Like, he's literally young for his career, mind you. Like, he literally, like, is breaking records and shit. How old is Miles Edgeworth? In investigations. Yeah, he'd be like 27. Like, brother, don't piss me off. I don't know anything of today's youth. What are we talking about? The people in that band are probably your age. The one on the left is when he was in his 40s, and the other is of him in his 80s. Did the man age at all over those 4 decades? Maybe I need to squint more. Can we look at the ice bucket or no? Okay, I guess not. We looked there, we looked here. Oop. Where is it? There we go. I pity that bronze statue knows not when good drink has been spilt at its feet. This is a statue of our founder, Mr. Hugo Hughes, who was a big fan of grape juice. I'm sure he would be thrilled if he knew so much grape juice was here at his feet. Is that a hint of a hero worshipping? Is that a hint of hero worshipping I detect? These bottles and glasses must have been broken by the turbulence. There's quite a bit of broken glass here. Please be careful when passing through the area. Thank you very much for the warning, Mr. Edgeworth. However, no matter how kind you are towards me, know that that does not clear up any suspicions I have about you. I wasn't warning you for the sake of clearing my name. Like, damn. This door leads to the flight attendant's room. But please understand that it's off limits due to unauthorized personnel. The room is giving off the scent of women's perfume. Ooh. One would think that the perfume would smell great. However, to me it simply smells gay ass. Not that I have any interest in what lies behind this door. Of course not. Perhaps we should return to the investigation, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? Sorry, I spaced out for a second there. Nothing else? We could talk to her. That's right. Are you in need of assistance? Captain's permission. Miss Tenihiro, I would like to ask you about the investigation lounge. About investigating the lounge. Blah, blah, blah. As long as you have the captain's permission, I can't stop you from looking around. If you could pass a message along, tell him I'm grateful for his spirit of cooperation. I will. However, please realize that you are still under suspicion. To be honest, I still have my doubts about you. Of course, and I take no offense. Do you really understand what I'm saying? Yes, verily. Do you pinky swear you do? On your honor as a professional prosecutor? I pinky swear I do. On my honor as a professional prosecutor. Well, I guess that settles it. I feel my honor as a man slowly diminishing. Did you notice anything? I was wondering whose footprints those were next to the elevator. I'd say the killers, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you say? Even if they aren't, I'm sure they are a vital clue. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me drink some water. Even if they aren't, I'm sure they are a vital clue to solving this case. Ooh, maybe there are other clues waiting to be found in other places. Come on now, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's go find them together. A word of advice, nobody likes a credit thief, so stop stealing my lines. I was wondering if you noticed anything, Miss Tanihiro. Yes, I can't help but to notice the side atmosphere in here. Yes, it is a rather tragic crime. I'll say, robbing the poor man after bludgeoning him to death. Talk about rubbing in the salt. I can't forgive someone who would do this to a passenger of mine. I swear as a professional flight attendant that I will capture the culprit with my own hands. You're not gonna do that if you keep fucking blaming me. Like, whatever. And I promise as a prosecutor to solve this case with logic and deduction. Should I go over all the leads I've collected so far one more time? The key to solving this lies in the intersection of my logic and the evidence. Okay, hello? It's like frozen. There we go. The fuck? Let me save real quick. Let's see. Even if you show that to me, I still cannot allow you free reign. I'm sorry, but I must admit that I still have my doubts about you. Guilty until proven innocent, I see. Okay. I'm trying to see if she'll give me anything with what we have. Okay, girl. Nothing? Girl. Useless ass. Oh my god. Nothing. Nothing works with her. The whole head take up almost the whole fucking screen. Look at that. Big ass head. Out here in my fucking business, bro. Okay. Let's try to put stuff together. Where was the killer? The victim's body was found, blah blah blah. Spilled grape juice. A statue with blood on it lying next to the body of a man who was beaten to death. Oh. Mr. Edgeworth, I think I figured something out. Yes? What is it? The way the blood is on this, it looks like it matches up with the wound on his head. Well, aren't we deserving of the master of the obvious title? Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you think it's worth investigating? It would appear that this figurine is our murder weapon. Oh, I just knew it! I mean, I can't think of any other connection. Blah, blah, blah. Perhaps Master of the Oblivious would be more befitting. There's some spilled grape juice, blah blah blah. Where was the killer? What clues point to where the killer could have been? No? Really not. Not exactly shining example of the perfect line of logic. What are we talking about? There's footprints showing that he went out, whatever. Okay. So now, do we show her the murder weapon? I mean, she already talked to me about it, but you never know. Okay, girl. Sometimes I feel like I'm using common sense, but not what the game wants, which kind of sucks. You know what I mean? Like, I'm using common sense. Like, yes, it's common sense. Why can't I look at this bucket, by the way? Like, I feel like I should be able to look at that bucket. That feels, like, kind of huge. I can't go up. I can't look in here. There's nothing I haven't seen over here. There's nothing I haven't seen down here. So what? Do they want me to keep trying to, like, put things together? It's very possible that piggy bank was in fact the possible weapon of choice. No, that one was fine because they were like, yeah, no, that's what it was. But she like took fucking credit for it because she's like off. But they're losing me here because clearly I'm supposed to put more stuff together, right? You know what? Let me look at my evidence thoroughly. Can I move it around, or... Yes, I can. And there's some blood on one of the corners. Could this piggy bank be the murder weapon? Mind you, I didn't do that shit before, but okay. I suppose this is where you insert your coins. I have to say, for a piggy bank, it's made rather well. So well, in fact, I'm not sure there's a way to take your money out. I'm not seeing it either, bruh. So it says Go You Airlines. You know, I've seen it occur a lot recently, and it's been bothering me greatly. But why do some brands think it's acceptable to simply smash two words together and call it a day? Nothing else on here. We looked at this, we looked at the top of the piggy bank. It seems there's no way to take out the money, so I guess that's something that we learned. The phone is missing. We know that too. Is there anything else we can look at? Grape juice stains the outer cover. True, it was I who dropped it in the juice. However, I didn't do it out of ill intentions. Look, there's something right there. What are we talking about? Literally right there. There was something. What? Am I insane? Oh, wait, no, that was the button. Okay. Dummy. Had me feeling foolish. I was like, what? Alright. So this has to be the next step. More of this. The victim's glasses. Should we look at the victim's glasses? I don't know. I feel like maybe the killer in elevator, maybe? But I'm kind of scared. Because what if they were in the elevator with him? Because the footprints would... Oh. True, there wasn't anyone else in the lounge other than myself right before the turbulence. But if the killer was in the elevator along with the victim, then that's a different story. If only I could prove the killer rode the elevator with Hicks. And then, yeah, the spilled grape juice. Is this where we connect it? Please? Please? Yeah! I have it! I'm sorry, but I don't understand, Mr. Edgeworth. I can prove that someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder. What? Really? Yes. It's rather simple, actually. The proof is in the pudding, or rather the grape juice in this case. These footsteps here confess to me this very fact. That someone exited the elevator alive. Seeing as how the victim is dead, that would mean a second person. But couldn't the footprints be from Mr. Hicks himself? Ah, but if you take a look at our victim's shoes, you can see the soles are spotless. Which means... Mr. Hicks wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite possible there was actually one other person inside the elevator. Oh yeah! What's going on over there? Here he go again. Oh, she bad as fuck. Whoa! Unforgivable! This is unforgivable! Do you understand what I'm saying? The movie is late! It is the same level of bad as if the plane arrived late. Well, no. But the movie... What? I will not talk to you anymore! You are just wasting my time! What is the matter, Mr. LeBlanc? If there's no emergency, please return to your seat, sir. Do not tell me what to do! I need not to sit down. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, did you prove you are innocent yet? If you would like, I will prove my innocence to you right now. What? Nonsense! Are you saying my eyewitness testimony is mistaken? Not mistaken, merely that there is room for doubt. I'd be most honored if you could please tell me what you saw in detail once more. Fine, suit yourself. His finger's short as fuck, too. I am certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter that elevator. It was when the needles on my pocket watch pointed to the 6 and the 12. The body was discovered 15 minutes after that in the lounge, yes? Then you, the only person in the lounge at that time, must be the criminal. Is there not a chance that your watch is, like, behind or something? Or ahead or whatever? Mr. LeBlanc's conclusions seem to make logical sense. After all, the only person in the lounge at the supposed time of the murder was me. So, my eyewitness testimony. If you think you can destroy it, then come let me see. Hurry. Do I look like a man who is having the time to wait for you? Yes, bro. We on a plane. What are you gonna do? Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder here. Anyway, I must find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's account somehow, and fast. I'm certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter that elevator.
Hold it!
Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at that time? Of course, I saw what was inside. And you were sure that the victim was in the elevator alone? Yes. The only person inside that was Mr. Hicks man. Was that Mr. Hicks man? This last outburst is a bit too important to let go. The grape juice, bro.
Objection!
Like, dummy. Like, he's actually pissing me off, because I don't understand how some people really be moving like that, too. It's reminding me, did you see that group of, like, Zara employees that chased down that black lady? Because they thought that she stole something from the store, even though she obviously didn't. And they all left the store unsupervised. Mind you, the store is unsupervised, so a bunch of people could just go in and steal. And they all, like, chased after her. Like, I'm talking about she was running, and they were running after her, chasing her. Like, she was, like, terrified. She was like, what the fuck? Like, oh my god. Easy-ass lawsuit, because what is going on? Mr. LeBlanc. What is it? There is a very glaring contradiction in your testimony. What do you mean? Please take a look at the area in front of the elevator. There. At the spilled grape juice. Yes, and? Will you admit you also spilled it you spilled it with the blood? No. It spilled itself during the turbulence. Blah. But the interesting thing here is the set of grape juice footprints. Footprints? Yes. The ones that lead from within the elevator out into the lounge itself. It's evidence that proves that someone other than Mr. Hicks exited the elevator alive. Oof! There must have been another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Now then! I'm done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth? No, in English, buddy. What's up? Can you please translate for us? Jesus Christ! She got a nipple out too. You see that her nipple pointing out? Full boobie, there's no bra on. Whoa! Girl, do you want to keep this job? Is she good? Look at her eyes, bro. She bad as fuck, don't get it wrong, but Jesus! Yeah, he's accused of murder right now, but he didn't do it, so...
No way! That's totally impossible! I guess is what he said.
No way! That is totally impossible! I know there was no other person in there. I saw with my own eyes. If you want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying to us. I suppose she's right. He doesn't seem to be lying. But then, what does it mean? What about this contradiction? Mr. LeBlanc, please just once more, will you recall the details of what you witnessed for me? I was very upset when Mr. Hicks passed by my seat. I was always checking the time over and over again. I happened to follow that man with my eyes when he passed me. I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. But I swear, there was no one else inside. No one.
Mr. LeBlanc, if you would please calm down.
What? Dare you two have an issue with my eyewitness testimony?
No, not at all. Please, forget anything I said. Forget I said anything, blah.
He talking crazy to women, bro. Talking crazy to women right now, bro. Just because they're employees. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the biggest ick ever is the way that people treat employees. It gotta be. Like, it's either like, oh, like, that's so nice, or ew. Genuinely. Like, it says so much about you the way that you treat, like, workers. Especially minimum wage workers. Yet again, he doesn't appear to be lying. But I can't let this testimony stand as the truth. Why? Why are you so insistent on the time? Why were you so attentive to the time? Because something unforgivable was happening! Come to think of it, you were yelling about something unforgivable earlier. I was giving a complaint to the attendant about the movie starting time. Return back to me my time. In money! You understand the point. Movie? Is he talking about the in-flight one that's mentioned in the magazine? A summary of the plot and its start time. Interesting. Yeah, it would have started, like, right at 6. They were supposed to show License to Love, Laugh, Maim, and Murder. I cannot see that movie in my country. You can only see it on international flights. Actually, you could just pirate it, brother. But whatever, not my problem. I looked forward greatly to that movie. I checked my pocket watch whenever possible so I would not miss it. I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came on board. So my watch is not wrong. It matched the schedule. But the movie was still late. Very, very late.
Hold it!
Your pocket watch. I'd like to ask you a little more about it if that's alright. My watch is set to the destination's time. I always set it when I board the plane. No, we're on departure time, though.
Objection!
Mr. LeBlanc. You said this just now in your testimony. I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came on board. Now, if your watch has been set to our destination's time zone, it would mean that your watch is displaying the time of our destination. Yes, and the correct time is worth its 6 cents. I would like you to take a look at this. If you believe this Sky magazine clocks this flight run in accordance with the time of our departure time zone, of course the movie schedule was also created with the... Am I reading something wrong? Am I crazy? If you believe this Sky magazine clocks on this flight run in accordance with the time of our departure time zone, of course, the movie schedule was also created with that in mind. Okay. Miss Teneiro, for confirmation's sake, what time zone is this flight aligned to right now? Well, we made a short stop at a transfer point. That's right. It was in that small Asian country, the Republic of Zhengfa. But we didn't readjust our onboard clocks at that time. So right now, we're still running on Borginian time. What? Yeah, so you were yelling at that woman for no reason, and you owe her an apology. The time difference between Borginia and our destination is 9 hours. In that case, it's only natural that your watch would be out of sync with the schedule. What? Further, With your analog watch sent to our destination's time, it would appear to be running 3 hours fast when compared to the flight's onboard clocks. It also changes everything about your testimony, and you can bet 1,000,000 cents on that. In light of this information, it means you saw Mr. Hicks 3 hours prior at 3 a.m. My 1,000,000 cents! Hi! This should clear up all of the remaining accusations. So this basically widens the time frame for the time of death, right? Yes, because Mr. LeBlanc saw the victim enter the elevator at 3 a.m. It means that the time of death could be anywhere from 3 to 6:15 a.m. The question now is, where was Mr. Hicks during that span of time? And what was he doing?
I've got something to say.
And you are?
Yeah, Oh! I'm Chamomile.
Like chamomile?
I'm a flight attendant.
And what is it you wish to say?
Well, I think your story's a little different from how I remember it.
What do you mean, Cammy?
I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know?
What? How can you be so sure of the time?
Oh, that's right. He pushed his call button when we were parked at the transfer point.
This flight will be making a brief stop to refuel and transfer cargo at the Republic of Jifeng between 4 and 5 a.m. We ask that all passengers remain on board at that time. Thank you for your cooperation. The stop that we made for refueling the cargo transfer, the cargo transfer at Jifeng, Jingfa, blah blah blah. Correct?
Yes, it was from 4 to 5 a.m. according to our clocks.
And during that time, did any of the passengers leave? Or did any new ones board this flight?
No. Not a single person got off or on in Jingfa.
What about the flight crew?
The few who were handling the cargo transfer might have temporarily gotten on or off. But eventually everyone, including Cammy and myself, came back onto the plane.
So basically I can assume that no one left or gone on since our initial takeoff. Although yes, she's very pretty. Have some modesty and professionalism. No, this shit crazy, bruh. She dressed wild. Let's button it up, girl. Cause look at the other girl. Like she has like a whole thing that would cover that. It's not even like a little bit of chest is showing. Interesting. I should keep that in mind.
Yeah, and I answered its call. I can tell you, Mr. Ackby Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m.
I kind of respect her for her disregard for dress code, bruh. May this not affect her employment. Alright then, that puts the time of the murder between 5 and 6:15 a.m.
Okay. Now what time did you come down to the lounge, Mr. Edgeworth?
I remember coming down here almost as soon as we left the Republic of Jingfa. You were here the whole time from 5, yes? Then you were the only one who could be the killer.
Mr. Edgeworth, were you really here in the lounge this entire time from 5 a.m. onwards?
Unfortunately, yes.
But then, how do we explain the footprints?
Is it not that obvious? Is not that obvious? This man waited for Mr. Hicks here in this lounge. Waited to kill him. I don't know this motherfucker. What are we talking about? And then he put the corpse into the elevator. That is when the turbulence happened. My eyewitness testimony may have been mistaken. But what time I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator on the second floor does not matter, because the entire incident concluded here in this lounge. Everything happened in this lounge? Is that what you really believe, Mr. LeBlanc? My god. Do you have another idea? I simply feel there's something out of place in this scenario you presented. Is there something that can tie this crime to a location other than this lounge? Yes, the spilled grape juice.
Take that!
These footprints, in which direction do you think these are headed? That would be the in-flight shop. Correct. They're headed in the direction of the shop. But they look disconnected. They end all of a sudden. You are right to point out that they do not form one continuous trail to the shop. However, there is another piece of evidence that connects the shop to our crime scene. The murder weapon. Have you even slept yet? Yeah, what are you talking about? I didn't start streaming until, like, the afternoon. Like, 1-ish, 2-ish. Earliest. Hold on, let me check the Discord. I started streaming at 3 p.m. It's only 8 right now. Well, to be fair, I stopped streaming and then I started streaming again. Besides the footprints, what else points to the in-flight shop? Obviously the murder weapon. The murder weapon. This little piggy bank is sold at the in-flight shop. It is sold there and only there, and is not displayed there. It is not displayed here in this lounge. How then did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicious? Such a trivial point. Not only means you prepared it, taking it from the shop first before coming here. It doesn't prove you're innocent at all. Is there no way to win with this man? If I may. What is it? You see, well, it's just as Mr. Edgeworth says. Oh? Why do you know this so well? Why aren't there cameras, by the way? Can we talk about that? Why are there, like, no cameras? Well, it's just that piggy bank was there in the shop. I saw it with my own eyes. And when was this? It was maybe around 5:40 a.m. Isn't that just before we hit the patch of turbulence? That's right. You were in the shop just before the turbulence? Yes, I was. Come to think of it. Miss Teniero, when I found the body, I believe you came out of that door. Yes, I did. And what is beyond that door? That's the flight attendant's room. Then you were on the first floor? Yes. I had to do something at the shop, in the flight attendant's room. So I went to the shop first, then to the flight attendant's room. Are you saying you passed by me at some point? Yes. You seemed really into the issue of Sky magazine you were reading at the time. I don't suppose you noticed me walking by. I vaguely recall someone walking by, but I didn't make notice of who it was. Anyway, the piggy bank was definitely there at the shop when I went there. Why did you go to the shop in the first place? I went there for a work-related matter. Work, you say? Yes. The upkeep of the shop is also one of my responsibilities. Why did you not say anything about that until now, is what I want to know. You need to go sit in your fucking seat, bruh. Big ass belly hanging out, bruh. Piss me the fuck off, bro. Oh my gosh. Go sit in your damn seat. Pissing me off. The ladies are serving so bad I can't get over it. No, just with this ugly ass man to be yelling at me pissed me off so bad, bruh. In any case, I believe it's clear that the shop needs to be investigated as well. Shall we head over there? Shall we head over there then? What is it now?
Aren't you forgetting something, Miss Rhoda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop?
No, I haven't forgotten. But I have already asked him for permission to search the entire plane. So I think we're all right.
Huh? That's weird.
What is?
Well, I just talked to the captain, see? And he said that he didn't give you permission to do anything like that at all.
Ooh. What is the meaning of this, Miss Tenihiro?
It means she's lying. Go on, admit it. Admit that you are. You said you had permission to search all over, but you don't. And yet here you are.
You flight attendant! What are you trying to do? Pull the sheep over us?
The captain's calling for you, Miss Rhoda.
Ooh.
Oh, but don't worry. I already got permission to search the shop from the captain.
Ooh, she's off for that.
See, unlike you, I do things the right way.
Why is her skirt so short, too? Like, whoa, she's rolling that shit up. Miss Tenihiro, why would you do such a thing? Please excuse me.
Looks like I get to be in charge now.
She's off. She's off. Baddie, sure, but she's off. Hold on.
Please go back to your seat, Mr. LeBlanc. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth. If you would follow me, I'll be your guide from now on.
There's something about Miss Tenihiro that has piqued my curiosity. But right now, investigating the in-flight shop is my top priority. Alright, y'all. I think I'm gonna leave it here. And next time I get onto stream, we can continue from there. Sound good, y'all? I'm gonna save here. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.